AsianJeff evicted. Oh my gosh. This is a good video, guys. I have not seen it, by the way. I'm just literally trolling. Let's get into how Jeff just got evicted.
Guys, this is a tough video for me to make, but I'm gonna make.
I saw this in North Carolina last night. Right before I was gonna go to bed, I watched the first minute, and then I was like, bro, I might as well wait and watch it with chat. Let's just for the trolls, bro.
Anyways, because I love you guys and I want to keep you guys up to date with my life.
Wait, you watched it on stream yesterday?
You guys think I'm, you guys know me as the trolley guy.
Is there a roar?
Guy, but I'm gonna be for real.
Is there a roar video of this after we watch Jeff's?
Let me give you guys context. So 5 months ago,
I want to watch both.
6 or 7, I don't remember because I'm really bad with the months. I don't even know the months. Basically, I was living in an apartment.
If you guys don't know, guys, basically Jeff got evicted from his house, which is a bunch of other gamers. The owner of the house that bought it is Roar. He's in the Fortnite com. He does a lot of gambling deals with RainBet streamers. Long story short, Roar kicked him out of the house, and he made this video, even though it shouldn't even be public. I will also randomly just add, that's the whole story, okay? My opinion on it. There's probably something going on with Jeff if he is getting kicked out of all these houses, or people are talking about all these problems and previous houses like the Dick House and stuff. It's definitely not good looks for Jeff, but just have to see what happens here, I guess.
By myself, and I got very lonely. I got bored, so I decided to move into Roar's house just for fun. I stayed the night just for fun. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna live here just for fun. I don't know what I was thinking. I was
fun.
I didn't go to the gym. I had no structure. I was just bored. And
yeah, that's bad.
Eventually, I kept staying the night. I would move my gaming setup from my apartment. I would still keep my apartment. I would still keep my lease, which is a problem that we're gonna talk about. When you guys want to move out, you gotta cancel your lease.
There's only one Roar.
What I was doing was I was having that place still. I was still paying like $2,000 every month for a place I didn't even live in. I don't know what the I was doing, but long story short,
that was so dumb.
I eventually transitioned and moved fully into this house. I lived downstairs in this little corner. I didn't have a door.
Did you say you broke the lease?
I just lived downstairs. I was paying $900 a month, and then eventually Choji moved out, and I took his room. And I paid $1,150. And obviously,
scam.
I'm gonna admit to you guys, I'm not the cleanest person. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the best. I'm not gonna deny stuff, right? I'm obviously just giving you guys a life update. I'm not even trying to play like victim or anything. I genuinely played Fortnite my whole life. I didn't know how to like clean after myself because my parents would always do it for me when I was living with them, right? They would do my laundry. They would cut my toenails for me.
Oh, no way he added that in. Bro, that was so funny back in the day. When Jeff was 17 years old, living at home. It was so funny, chat. I'm not even trolling. Jeff used to get his toenails cut by his parents. I don't know if anyone in chat has ever had that happen, or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's like not a typical thing, but when you know that like someone's getting their toenails cut by their parents at like 17, I feel like that like says a lot in some ways, no? Is that like a weird thing to say? Oh, yes, I remember. Sorry. When me and Kirsch lived with Jeff when he first moved out, when we did a boot camp house in Texas for 1 month, Jeff was actually, like, his room was actually not bad, and it was actually pretty clean for the whole month. I don't know if Kirsch was cleaning it for him, but he was actually pretty clean. His desk got really messy, and he always left stuff behind on his desk, but it wasn't that bad. So my assumption is, once he had more people living in a house, and he lost that responsibility, feeling of like, oh, we caught you, this is you, it wasn't me or Kirsch, and he was living with more people, he started getting lazy. And that's how I was a tiny bit when I very first moved out back in 2020. He probably is super lazy when it comes to cleaning up after himself because he thinks that like, oh, someone else will do it for me, or oh, there's a lot of other people here. And then it just gets worse and worse. Do you know what I'm saying, kind of chat? That's like a roommate thing when you have a lot of roommates. That was like, that's probably his thought process. I only did that like once or twice when I very first moved out. But I obviously like, I've gained all the good habits, I would say, and like bettered myself in that sense. But he's probably just kind of permanently like that kind of with stuff. So it gets like really bad, I'm sure.
Coolest. You guys remember when I was living with my manager in OliverOG? I didn't know what I was doing. I was just door dashing food. Now, recently, I started getting into cooking. Not recently. I've been cooking for a minute now. If you guys noticed the glow up type shit, you know what I'm saying? But recently, right, I've been dirty and shit. I'm looking back at it right now. I've been dirty and shit. Sometimes I'll let the dishes stash, but genuinely, the place there was bad. My roommates, they were chill, but like they haven't looked at me. So long story short, I'm getting the title of this video. I'm getting evicted. The owner of the house,
Why you stop talking?
told me I have till end of the month to move out, right? And you know, these people and these roommates, they haven't looked at me, talked to me. Obviously, it's awkward and right. They're probably waiting for me to leave and but long story short of the story, you know, I'm glad I'm moving out. This is a new chapter in my life. I know God has a plan for all of us and stuff, right? And long story short, I toured like 3 apartments in the
I don't
span
think he's
of
Christian, by
2
the way.
days. I really like this one apartment. I'm waiting for my application to go through. Another apartment, I applied already. I can get that whenever I want. I have to just sign a lease. So I'm moving out, chat, and this is a new chapter in my life. Honestly,
Thank you,
to be
Bitta.
honest with you guys, this is probably me coping, but I
Kinda
didn't
like
really
it.
like the people that lived here. To be honest with you, they would just stay in their rooms all day. At one point, I'm not even gonna be weird, but
Whenever I saw Jeff interacting with his roommates like Joji and Knight, they're such good people. And like everyone I've talked to there, like there's no way like he didn't really like his roommates. This has to be a lie. He definitely liked his roommates a lot at one point, and they were all good friends. This is a full lie, by the way.
I'm gonna just say it. At one point, they were smoking weed, and I didn't like that. You know, I didn't like that they're doing these activities. And
I thought you smoked
when
with them.
you live with these people, you become these people. So
That's
they were
not
trying to
true.
convince me to smoke weed.
That's not true.
You know, I'm not gonna say I'm the
Terrible take. Terrible take. I'm not gonna lie. I used to live with people that would smoke weed every single day, even at one point. Like the I used to live with someone that would smoke weed every single day, nonstop. Didn't really do too much, and he did offer me a few times. And like you can easily decline, bro. You can easily decline. You don't need to give in to peer pressure. Like you know that if you know that's not worth it for you, that's not good for you, it wastes your time. Like why do it? You know, waste money, whatever it might be.
best. I didn't smoke, but I didn't like that either. There's another scenario where Zen, he was smoking, drinking, and then Knight,
Like what?
if you guys don't know who Knight is, he's the
Why?
big guy at the house. And Knight has recently been very weird to me lately. I'm gonna fire him. I don't know when I'm gonna tell him, but I'm gonna fire him. He's not gonna be my YouTube manager anymore. I got a new YouTube.
He doesn't know what he's gonna tell him, and he's making a YouTube video that he's gonna fire his manager that's living with him. Another problem with Jeff, he has fired all of his managers I've ever seen that's worked with him in some way, shape, or form. He always shuts people out, and I think that's not good. I think it is smart for him maybe not to pull someone super close to him and tell him everything, sure. But also, you don't need to start forcing everyone out of your life and pushing everyone away.
Manager, so I'm really excited to work with that guy. Yeah, man, I'm not trying to hate on these people, but sometimes, chat, you get drained from these type of people, and you'd be surprised. You know, I'm actually pretty excited to live by myself again. Obviously, it's gonna feel weird. The reason why I'm posting this video, it's kind of to tell you guys how my life is, so I could feel better. But I'm also telling you guys I need to work on myself. You know, so I'm going through a lot right now, and I was crying a few days ago off the cameras, obviously. And obviously, you know, people, you could tell I'm still sad, but it's whatever. A few days ago, I was like, what am I gonna do in my life? You know, but at the end of the day, you gotta. This is what my sister told me. You gotta realize there are facts and there are your feelings. And if you journal and you write down the facts and the feelings, you could differentiate them. And that really helped me a lot. I'm slowly getting better. And it's
That's
really
good.
hard for me to say this because I don't really usually open up. But I decided to finally make this video because I wanna just update you guys and stuff, you know. And I already posted a video of me of how I feel on TikTok if you guys want to go watch that. But I hope you guys support me, and this is a new chapter in my life, man. I'm currently outside the gym right now, so I don't really know what more to say. I'm gonna go hit a workout, and obviously you guys can tell my energy on stream. If you guys watch my stream, you guys can tell my energy has been down. But again, the way I look at it, someone told me this. One of my recent boys, I made a new friend recently. He said, when you're down, the only way is up. You know, and I'm gonna start getting into reading the Bible and stuff and a few other activities. This is a message for my viewers. If you're going through the same thing as me, man, don't be afraid to comment it down in the comments. I read every single comment. So enough of me yapping, guys, but I just needed to get this out, man. And I just want to thank you guys for the support, the love, man. I've seen all the love recently. Again, I'm obviously not the perfect person. You know, I'm dirty. Right? I don't want to be defensive because I get like that, but this is just a new chapter in my life, guys. Yeah. And I love you guys, bro. So stay for box. But yeah, guys, I love you guys, man. Peace out.
WJeff video, bro. We'll drop a like on that video, guys. Let's go. Ignoring the friendship stuff and all this other like drama outside of him getting evicted, I think him getting evicted sounds like it makes sense. He was very dirty in the past. He never fixed his dirtiness, so then he eventually got kicked out. They already threatened to kick him out a few months ago, and now it finally happened. So now this is a new chapter for Jeff, like he's saying. He can start fresh again and actually be clean, and whether he moves in with people or lives by himself and figures it all out. That's not bad. And then this will be a good lesson for him. I think that's the whole situation, honestly. That's my take on it. This video, 4 minutes long. Jeff's situation explained short. Full explanation link below. I really didn't want to take this to the internet, but Jeff is just spreading misinformation. He's being evicted because of his uncleanliness, and lashing out on everyone because of his own actions. I've done pretty much everything for this dude for the past 9 months. Treating him like my brother, being there when he needed me, ran all his content, encouraged him to stream, grind, Fortnite, get sponsors, teach him the basic life skills, etc. for him to spread lies on my name. So I wanted to clear everything. TikTok, YouTube, tried brick wall, saying we're fake and tried. Yeah. I mean, this literally sounds just like Jeff. He's done this to me many times, to other people in his life many times. I've seen other people that are fully backing Jeff or helping him, giving him advice, and then he just shuts them out. Or says like, oh, this person, like, Jeff, remember the amount of times that Jeff was like, Oliver's fake, guys, screw Oliver. And then like he comes back and then we repeat. Like the amount of times is insane. It's such a sick habit that he has. I'm down to watch this video though. It'll give us more insight to the house. But I'm sure I can already pre-fire just like majority of the stuff he says. I'm not gonna lie. Just based off of like dealing with Jeff a lot and living with them. But I mean, we already kind of know this and like know how Jeff is and stuff.
Kicked out because he was super dirty. If you guys haven't seen
4 minutes, sir.
I'll show you guys one more time.
I won't pause.
There's egg shit right here, bro. By the way, this side of the sink don't work because he clogged that bit, putting food in there. When you come around here, exhibit A, you know, just eggs sitting out here. It's been out here for 2 days. Shit open.
That's him?
You know, he made a shake. He put this whole bit in the blender. I mean, in the freezer, and it froze, so he couldn't open it. So he just left it to sit here over.
Oh!
Days, and you know, that is ruining the.
Yo.
You know.
Okay, actually, this is actually crazy. If this is all Jeff, like, I'm not gonna lie. When a kitchen is this bad, you would think that the kitchen is already so bad that one more person would just like leave like some cups and stuff in the sink. You know what I'm saying? Because like he's not trying to clean everything. Like, there's no way it's bad.
4 days, you know how it be, bro. Not only that, the counters are super dirty. He's the only one who uses the kitchen, by the way. Floors are super dirty, you know what I mean?
I would not be barefoot in that kitchen.
He leaves residue on the fridge he doesn't know how to wipe up.
That's Zen screaming in the background. Ignore that. But we had to get a whole new, by the way, this is a new fridge. We gave him a whole separate fridge to put in the garage. That's all his. He's not even supposed to use this fridge. We had to.
Is this not loud enough, guys? Like, is it loud enough now?
Throw out our old fridge because he left spoiled food in there, spoiled milk multiple times, and the kid in the fridge was stinking up the whole house. That's also why we had a gnat problem, was because of him. We had an ant problem because of him.
That's bad.
And we nearly had a bed bug problem because of him.
How do you get bed bugs, bro?
That's why we decided to kick him out. He also broke the garbage disposal. He left his room a mess, etc., just smelling up the house, etc. So that's why we kicked him out. He's saying, oh, gambling addicts is as a third. He has a gambling deal. That's how he makes majority of his income is through gambling. He also did a toke the other day. That's a form of gambling. He lost $2,400. He is a gambling addict himself. What else? Drinking, smoking, all this. I was sober for drinking for 2 years. You only see me drink one time only, and that was in Florida. It was the only time you ever see me drink. Smoking part, we only smoked for a month and a half. We did not force him to smoke. He asked multiple times. We say no. Finally, he's curious about it. We say, fuck it, have one hit. He has one hit, goes to sleep. He himself buys edibles, gets high, goes on stream, whatever, gets high with his girl, etc. He himself does.
Oh, heck nah.
He's 20 years old. We don't tell him to do anything. He has his own, he can make his own decisions as a grown adult. How we sucked the life out of him. We were telling him every day to grind, to stream, to play Fortnite, get better at the game, to find good options. We were the ones telling him to fix time manage better.
Guys, you know Joji and Knight back in the day, like a few months ago when they were living with them, they were fully trying to convince me to play with Jeff, and they were like calling me and stuff. And like like they were full trying to get me to play with Jeff. Like I wasn't budging, obviously.
The gym.
I knew it was a
eat,
trap.
Come straight
but-
home, grind the game. You know what I mean? He's saying we stay home inside all the time. We play Fortnite for a living. Why the fuck would we go outside unless we're getting food? Lock in.
Now the house they did go out a lot though.
He said he's firing me from YouTube.
They did go out
I
a
totally
lot.
understand. Not because
That's not that bad though.
he said I'm being weird lately. I understand. Made sure to get videos posted, which I said I would take over YouTube because he wasn't doing anything with YouTube. So I decided, yo, I'll post videos for you. I got you. This is the third. Not only did I do that, I didn't have to get him a TikTok manager. I didn't have to make sure the TikTok manager's doing his job. I didn't have to make sure that the dude's posting 2 TikToks a day. I didn't have to get this dude sponsors for every single video. I didn't have to make sure that he's getting videos recorded. I didn't have to make sure he's streaming. I didn't have to make sure he's coming home to make sure he's playing a tournament. I didn't have to make sure he's doing all this. I just did it out the kindness of my heart. So it's like, I didn't have to teach him how to do certain things. I didn't have to teach him how to communicate to people. I don't have to teach him how to do the dishes. I didn't have to teach him to do all this shit. I taught him how to do pretty much literally the most littlest things you guys would like. I don't know how to even explain like the most tiniest thing.
He would already know that
how
though.
to make a bed or something, or like how to tidy up a room.
Yeah, but here's the thing that Knight doesn't know. I taught Jeff how to make a bed twice when he was back in our boot camp house for a month when he first moved out. I was showing him how to put the covers on. I already helped him make the bed. He must ask everyone to help him make his bed and help him with stuff because he likes the help. Maybe he's not remembering. Maybe he's not learning. I don't know what it is. But I think he just likes the help or the attention of someone helping him. I don't know what it is. But I literally did that exact same thing and the laundry. Helped him with the laundry. Helped him with his bed when we lived in the boot camp house. Not a big deal, but like if he's getting help from Knight as well and teaching him how to make his bed, that doesn't make sense.
Properly, or how to sweep, how to properly clean a dish. That's pretty much a sum up of everything that happened.
All right. W video, bro. W Knight. All right. Let's play a token, bro.